We're gonna start streaming. And hey, welcome to episode 20.
Episode 20. Episode 20 of
What are you drinking now? Here at the office, we're rare to go. I think Nick's just jumping out. Is that your palate cleanser?
This is we're actually going to do a taster. My palate cleanser today is a
glass of water.
It's a cherry seltzer on ice.
Oh, okay.
And don't let him lie.
So just so you know, to put a little context here. Unfortunately, poor Nick has had some medical condition appear on his hand, and the medicine
Thanks for telling everyone.
is
Guys, don't worry, the rash is not contagious.
the medication affects his liver.
Yeah. So they don't want me to drink tons, so I'm gonna taste. So bad news. You guys love this stuff.
So he's got some rosy palm conditions going on.
Can you guys put a few back for me tonight, would you?
So he can't drink all that. He can drink some. His doctor actually said.
She's a watcher, by the way. She's probably watching right now. What's up, Doc?
His doc actually asked him when he said, "Can I still do my podcast?" She said, "What, do you work at the office?"
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the viewership is growing. Which brings us to our biggest thing. While you're watching tonight, guys, we've got the chat board up on our screen, so we're monitoring the chat board. Feel free to participate in chat as you watch. Ask us questions that we don't bring up. Try to make us break character like Jimmy Fallon.
But there is no character. This is how he is.
Most importantly, you want to like, subscribe, and chat.
Absolutely.
You got that out in the beginning. Can you do that at the end?
Yes.
We'll find out. All right. So tonight, just so you know, my palate cleanser is the Catawba Fest beer again, because I was going to drink the Victory Fest beer tonight, but somebody has it on their tab already.
Oh yeah. Huh. My palate cleanser is the Cold Trust from Wrightsville Brewing. Love Wrightsville Beach Brewery. I do not like this beer, but I will drink it.
Well, I got good news for everyone. The Fest beer from Victory is actually very good. So good news for them. And the last one, I think it was actually like the best one in the whole case.
Thanks.
I don't know if that's just Martisan or Victory.
Thanks, buddy.
Fest beer.
Oh,
we still have the
Thanks,
Thomas. Yeah.
All right. So
did you tell them what we're drinking here, or did I already put it away?
You had the can.
All right.
Just came in today. This actually we're looking forward to. This is the not a dip.
Not a double IPA.
P.S. It's a double IPA.
So not
so
a dip, except for it is. So
it actually says
new labeling.
Yeah, I like labeling because I say P.S. It is a double IPA because
it says
that's exactly what it says on the can.
So this is a gorgeous label. I am in love with this can.
I like all these retro cans that they're doing these days.
So actually, Appalachian Mountain Beer showed
not just A and B, but like
really cool labels.
Fortnite's doing some.
I'm loving
Fortnite is killing it with the Tron labels.
I saw some revision label tonight that really I was like. Very retro. I like this thing.
I'm digging it. It's got that friendly East Coast feel. It's like you know we do have a little something.
Every 30 years we repeat what we've done.
Yes. What is that thing with the girls these days? The RSVP thing or whatever.
I don't know.
Rob,
you're supposed to return their call.
Ashley was telling me about it. It's something with the girls in the middle school or something.
Oh yeah,
they're dressing like Valley girls.
There's like a chat platform I think out there.
So
yeah, we're trying to work a new bias.
Dragon Master.
What's up, Dragon Master? What do you think?
Dragon Master, you might be able to tell us about this trend thing with the girls dressing like the Valley girls or something.
What's the teenette where they chat and take pictures?
Snapchat?
Yeah, they do that. That's what Ashley was telling me.
Yeah, they don't know what it is. They don't know.
Anyway, so it goes around, comes around. I think it's...
Sorry, I left my Birkenstocks in the car. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think that whole thing is probably just a 30-something-year-old mom who found some clothes in the closet and said, "Here, wear these. I don't want to buy
wear these to summer break.
I don't want to buy you new school
Wear
clothes.
these to summer break. She gets the summer break. This bathing suit doesn't fit, Mom. I'll be inside.
But they got the Facebook post about the mother who found all the scrunchies in her son's hoodie. Well, no, not her son's hoodie, because his hoodie went missing but he had a bunch of scrunchies. Because apparently, when you date now, the guy is supposed to give the girlfriend his hoodie, and she gives him all her hair scrunchies.
So he's
he wears the
missing.
scrunchies.
He's missing a pile of hoodies. And
Okay,
his mom's like,
so
"What's
this
with
just went into like the Twilight Zone.
Anyways,
let's get back to some beer.
Pop culture. We're drinking beer.
Let's get back to some
Absolutely.
beer because that just got
Absolutely.
weird real quick. All right, so this is the A&B Appalachian Mountain Brewery.
Yeah.
Not a double IPA.
It
Yes,
smells like
it's
a double IPA.
Yeah, thick barley malt note, yet I'm getting hops. It's a very clear beer. Light color, I dig this. This is friendly.
It smells like funky fruity hops.
It's 8%.
So, but I think it is. It's definitely 8%. I think it's 8 point.
That is a nice beer.
Yeah, 8.7. So,
So-
this is up there. This is.
Yeah. So that's got definitely 8 points. I mean, it's up there. That has got some like
It's hoppy.
very bitter hop on there right on the end. It comes in like little citrus on the front with like
Listen,
Fruit
little
citrus.
floral as well too.
yeah, and then like
Um,
hit you with that bitter hop on the end.
It's not sweet. This is not a sweet beer.
Mm-mm.
The malt is really toned down. It's present. You can taste it, but it is not sweet.
Citrus, but
I-
not sweet.
I rather like that. A lot of bitter grapefruit, like grapefruit zest, rind, like pith almost.
yeah, that bitter on the end. I mean,
I
that's
think-
just pow.
It's nice though.
It's
Like,
another
it's
one that really
refreshing.
explores those hops when you really like get into those hops and really
Oh,
get
yeah.
solid hoppy
So
going.
this is also
Yeah.
not going to be a cloudy New England style.
No, this is not New England.
So we really we're talking about where we're pushing right past those bitter notes and we're getting to where the bitters become into these citrus notes. They're so intense.
But I think it's backwards. I think the citrus hits you first, and then it goes way into the bitter hop.
as far as
The
on the
bitter's
procession,
not up front. The bitter's in
the
the back.
procession on the palate, I'm totally down with that. As far as the chemistry, I think what we're getting into is where it's actually so bitter, we don't even taste bitter till the end. We get into citrus tones, we get into this whole acidic level.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what it's like. They said on the package something. We're not going to torture your palate, but it's definitely dry.
You're talking about East Coast IPAs.
Yeah.
I think we're getting closer to what we can say will define the East Coast IPA.
This is
Well, not so much. Are we still talking? I like going back to what Nick was a month or so ago. Are we looking for? I mean, this is A and B.
I like
this
this
is,
nice too. The days
like
were
a North
longer.
Carolina
Yeah,
IPA.
Oh, no,
it's
I'm
good.
talking about. Are we looking at a North
Still
Carolina
have
style
tan.
IPA versus an
yeah.
an East Coast?
Well, I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
lie.
yeah.
A lot of the breweries up in Wilmington have that same thing, where it's a lot of citrus up front, and the bitterness doesn't hit you till the back end.
Yeah.
Unlike the West Coast ones, where it's just like aggressive out the gate. Like,
Yeah.
This one kind of chats you up before it. Like,
Well, and then you've got the New England style, which is all citrus. I mean, not citrus. I'm sorry. Well, I guess all
it's
citrus.
all fruit
It's
and
it's
juice.
all
It's
all
not
juicy,
bitter.
not
New England
citrus.
IPAs aren't
Yeah,
bitter.
they're-
That's
they're
what's
juicy.
crazy.
But there's a juicy and there's that mallow in a lot of them, so it's got that milky creaminess that
Yeah,
really
exactly.
like tying down those last bitters.
And this for something on the east. So this is
Nothing
definitely not New
creamy.
England.
There's nothing creamy about
This is not a West Coast.
It's downright boozy on the palate. People who like knowing that they're getting a good mouthful of
The
beer,
the
this-
booze taste is there.
I
This
get
is
just a slight taste of mallow right there.
at the end.
Well, I was thinking more mid. I mean, I get
I know, but
the
I-
citrus,
I can
then a
see it.
slight bit of mallow, and then it hits me.
I
with the bitter.
almost feel like it hits right before I get the booze taste.
I was mentioning how
And it leads into it.
Yeah.
and thanks Rob for over disclosing my medics, but I was thinking about how I really have been not having a beer every day, even through the weekend. It was like a really dry weekend, which is fine. That's fine. I've done this.
You got
But-
rosy palm disease.
What the Rosie Palms? I'll show you Rosie
No,
Palms.
no, no, no.
Uh, she's a good friend of mine. It's that booziness. It's like it lets me know right away like this is an intoxicating beverage. Like this, ooh, this will get you. And so I'm wondering if my palate was more acclimatized, would this be like a really friendly feel? Whereas this is like, hey, Kudadate, careful with yourself, buddy.
No, this I don't think this is a friendly beer. I think it's and that's not a bad thing. I think it's a beer that definitely lets you know it's like at the party.
Yeah, and it's coming in at you, and it's telling you you're going to drink 2.
It may not knock.
And you're going to move on to something a little.
Yeah. It may not knock or ring the doorbell, but it probably slams the door on its way in.
It might just crawl through the window and not remember.
If it does, it probably broke the window on its way in.
And it's bleeding on the floor.
You need to stop talking about ex-girlfriends.
Oh, sorry.
Start making out.
Yeah.
Nick.
You guys are reading too much.
Wow. I'm not sure who Goat is, but thank you. I'm not sure, but no. Okay, so moving on. I did like that.
Oh,
Let's do. We got a new tasting.
I've got something really cool planned tonight, guys. By planned, I mean I came up with this 10 minutes ago, but there is a slight plan. You are not my daddy.
So
keep it up, be 6'9", and you'll be out.
So here's the thing: we got last week Gizmo brought out their, which is out of Cary. They brought out their French toast called Yay Toast. It's a French toast ale. Today, Wicked Weed dropped the their 4-pack with their dessert series, and in it was their French toast, their Imperial French toast.
Oh, yeah, so we've got Wicked Weed and we've got Gizmo going on here. None of us have any idea which one's which. We work with our producer Matt over here to make sure that none of us actually know which one's which. And
currently in the mess hall, or like just on some R&R?
So we got red tray and white tray. We're gonna try red tray first, and then we'll do white tray. Or actually, we will put one of them both. So red tray on the right,
Red tray right. I got you.
white tray on the left. Red tray right, white tray left. And same here.
Red right,
White left.
Okay. So I have tasted the Gizmo. I have not tasted the Wicked Weed. I already know which is which.
I do as well.
There's a decided difference. Clarity, there's a definite difference in clarity. Now, keep in mind, the Gizmo is an ale. The Wicked Weed is a stout, an imperial stout. And then so we're looking at, both of them are called French toast. One on the nose definitely smells like French toast.
I get a little more cinnamon out of one. I almost get like a coffee tone out of one.
One smells more like syrup and one smells more.
You know, one is like Mrs. Butterworth's log cabin territory, and one is like butter with cinnamon. So I'm kind of wondering how those malts are going to be built, which one's going to be the stout versus the brown ale. I kind of already think I know, because one of these has a brown lace to it. It's kind of just gets more like just kind of a tan color on the foam and lace, and I warned you.
I can say that. I can say that right tray, the red tray, definitely a thicker body, definitely a richer kind of feel going on.
Yeah, it's we're just gonna have to record it, you know. Anyways, what I'm gonna go for the palate here. I'm gonna start with, I'll go left. Yes.
Start with the left.
It's yeah, so this is the one I thought kind of smelled syrupy. It's a sweet brown ale. Kind of has this syrup taste. I don't really get much of the spicing. Like, you know, I throw some nutmeg, some cinnamon in my French toast.
I get a little bit of the cinnamon, maybe some of the allspice, but I get mostly like bitter.
All right, I'm gonna try the other one. The one I said has the more like a brown lace to it, and what it is, we'll find out which one's which. Yeah, just report.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Barring technical difficulties.
So you tried the red right first.
Nice.
I have to say that I do.
I'll just say the goat is gone, and Mr. Suvi, you're gonna be next. Okay? I'm just gonna tell you. All right.
Hey, there's a troll under every bridge, guys. That's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
That's
True,
true.
there's a bridge, I guess.
That's true.
Yeah.
The bridge goes right over the trolls, doesn't it? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So what I feel already instantly, I get my first sip on the one on the right, and it's a much more complex, pleasing palate. It's got texture to it right away. I just noticed more body texture. It brought me, look, my hand's already back on that one.
keep in mind that is your step.
I think, you think.
I know.
I'm pretty sure I know too. I think the key that this one had the white lace, a little lighter red on the bottom, tells me it might be the brown ale versus.
So the one on the left is definitely
Lighter body.
Lighter body.
Not as sweet. It's actually a lot drier than the one on the right. Yeah, I get a good amount of French toast flavor
Nice.
from a few.
So you're just gonna create
From both of
alternates,
these.
so you can like be awful in every sense of your name.
But I would say that it really comes down when we're doing this tasting to which one do we ultimately prefer. I guess one of the main problems is that we probably have had both of these and know which one is what.
I haven't had the one on the right this year. I do know the one on the left to me, as far as quote French toast, tastes like French toast.
It does.
There's the maple syrup right there. There's the mallow that you're gonna get from the French toast.
The one on the right also tastes like French toast, but a little bit more like a beer that tastes like French toast.
So yeah, I'm with you on that. These both taste like French toast. Different versions of French toast, different touches. Grandma's versus a store, whatever. I'm very happy palating this one. The body on the.
Hey Matt, can you monitor some stuff here and ban some people?
Yeah. We're gonna have to push the eject button on a few.
Yeah. That was our producer, Matt. He's a really cool dude.
And
So on the right we have the Wicked Weed.
On the right is the red tray, the Wicked Weed French Toast Stout. Rob nailing it.
And the left
Both of them.
and the left is the
Gizmo French Toast French Toast brown ale. That's a really look at that. Look at that on the camera right there. It's like I got a lightsaber.
nice.
Sorry.
So I have to say, as far as liking them,
He made it hurt.
so as far as which I like better, the more I drink the Wicked Weed, I do like the Wicked Weed more and more.
It's to me that's the one that has the quality like real.
It's got
Friendly
it's
stout.
got more body, but
There's a depth of flavor and a roundness to the taste that I appreciate.
here's the negative against the Wicked Weed. The nose. Give me the nose on the Gizmo.
It's way better than the one on the Wicked Weed. Absolutely is. The Wicked Weed one smells like an old shoe.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
yeah,
My
the
choice is
the
gonna
nose
be
on
with
the
the stout,
Wicked Weed, the nose on the Wicked
preferably,
Weed
but-
is not that great, but it just I don't know. I between the flavor profile on the Wicked Weed, I like a lot better.
Yeah.
I have to say that I gotta give it to the Double W.
Yeah.
Gizmo, excellent job.
Oh yeah, I'm not taking anything away from Gizmo.
Both of these are excellent beers.
And here's the thing too. Wicked Weed 450, Gizmo 275.
Yeah. If I was gonna have more than one of these, I can tell you right now it's gonna be.
Did you guys cover the? Yeah.
The ABV on the French toast for Wicked Weed though is 8.8 versus 5.8 on the French toast or the Yay toast.
It's 2 months on my beard, by the way, Goat. 2 months.
So it depends what you're looking for, because if you're looking for a high ABV, high gravity stout, and you're going to the Wicked Weed is definitely good. But if you're looking for something to drink throughout the party, but you feel like French toast for whatever reason, I couldn't drink more than 2 or 3, either one of these in one sitting.
I can count the number of times where I've craved French toast.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't
on one hand.
I couldn't drink more than 2 or 3 of these in one sitting of either one of them. Obviously, because of the ABV on this one, but just because it is one thing. They're both cloyingly sweet.
Yeah, I think when I was on the plane to Jacksonville, Florida, I craved French toast for about 10 minutes during takeoff.
That was because of the what they were pumping in the cabin through their air system.
Yeah.
So I think what we're just getting down to essentially is a difference between a brown ale being flavored and a stout being built.
Yeah, well, a brown ale is meant for sessionability, and a stout is, it's in the name, it's stout.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know that this was flavored. I mean,
I don't think it's flavored. I think it's brewed with stuff that would be put into it. They definitely put some syrup or something in there. I mean, they did something to get that kind of maple taste. And they're both really good.
I keep going back and forth. I do think, for the most part, I like the Wicked Weed just a little bit better.
But I mean, but like a hair, a hair. Like, they're both really good.
On the nose, though, they vastly stand separately. The Gizmo is much better on the nose to me for a French toast.
I'm more drawn to the Gizmo, but I enjoy the Wicked Weed slightly more.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best way I can put it.
Hey, to all our other viewers who weren't being crass and rude, I thank you. Hopefully that we
Thank you, moderator.
have taken care of that now. I appreciate everyone's patience. Just goes to show, be nice and we'll be nice.
Thank you, moderator. Probably Goat also.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, I'm going to finish this, and we're going to move on to the wine for the evening.
Well, what's the phrase? Don't mess with the bull if you don't want the horn.
All right, so tonight's wine.
Yay.
So we have a red Cabernet. Yes, this is a Cabernet in this bottle.
It's actually a red wine. Unlike last week when it was a white red wine.
That's correct. This is a red wine. This is from Victoria, Australia. Victoria, Australia.
Not from Freedom.
No. Did it come from Freedom?
No, it's not from Victoria from Freedom, but Victoria from Australia.
Yeah, no. So anyway, this is Victoria, Australia. One thing with Australian cabs, Australian Shiraz, Australian Petite Sirahs, they generally come in the same bottle. I don't know if it's because they don't want to spend any extra money on different bottles, but they generally come in the same type bottle.
It's because it's got the perfect punch.
Molly Duker has...
I remember hearing this. There's something about
Molly Duker has the thinner bottles, similar to our cab bottles. However, all their line is in that bottle. So all their reds go there.
And am I am I wrong? But Australian wines, you don't find corks in exported Australian wines.
Occasionally.
I mean, you probably could.
So being like, oh, it's a screw top, that is not a way to knock
Oh, no.
a wine.
If you knock a wine because it has a screw top, you are 15 years behind.
Yeah.
On
Personally, I was
everything in
like,
wine.
sweet, when
Am
this
I
rolls
wrong for
around in my
saying
trunk, it won't spill.
Yeah.
I guarantee you there are more people that wish their bottles, more winemakers that wish they could use screw tops.
So, a little lesson. The screw top for a wine bottle is called a Stelvin.
Yes,
Stelvin?
Stelvin. So,
STE.
Elven. Stelvin. So, also, one thing my wine teacher first told me was when we were talking about Stelvins, he said when the French do it, it will be official. They started doing.
We did see one.
They started doing Stelvins probably about 5 years ago, and not only did they start doing Stelvins, but they started to do boxed wines on big wines.
Dude, the box wine movement and the keg wine movement is a few of the things that I absolutely adore, especially for restaurant service and just any kind
fresh,
of wine glass thing.
just for the freshness.
So, yeah, that's gonna fix that whole wine by glass.
I'm
Yeah,
not worried about bad wine.
Yeah.
You know?
So what we're drinking the MWC Cabernet Sauvignon out of Victoria, Australia, 2017. MWC is the winery. This is an up-and-coming winery, I think. I've had a couple of their wines. They're just, and I say up-and-coming, they're probably already worldwide, but in the States, they're just getting into the States.
This is a really nice nose
And-
for such a young cab.
Yeah.
I'm starting to feel really good about the recommendations I've given
I
out.
get the bright cherry.
The-
bright cherry.
So cheers to all the office customers who trusted Nick on the MWC this week. 'Cause
The only thing as far as being a young wine I'll give on this on the nose is you get the alcohol.
Yeah, it's hot.
It
It smells
is
hot.
right
It's-
there.
It smells warm.
There, like you said, there's the right cherries, but right behind that it hits you with the alcohol.
Yeah, I mean you get cherry and booze first smell.
Yep.
But I mean there are a lot of other things going on in it too. I mean,
I'm gonna get
it's
the French
really
toast off my.
Yeah, I mean that is a crazy kind of palate.
It is pretty tall, 13.5. That's not too tall for a cab, or let alone in Australia.
What 13.5?
Yeah.
That's
That's
right
right.
in the zone.
That's about where I want my wine.
Yeah, you'll see some Calais get 14 and bigger, but those are the big, chewy, like face sucker cabs.
So we're gonna get on this.
It's a beautiful color. I really like, almost like a Pinot type color.
All right. Nick said face sucker cab. Yup. It's there.
It did me. In a way that's pleasurable. I'm like, oh, I want to try that again.
It's got
that is a tannic.
that is a teeth sucker.
Not quite a tannic bomb, but it is definitely tannic.
But there's fruit there.
It's fruity.
The tannins are hitting on the front
So we
end.
said cherries on the nose, but I'm getting a little more like berry.
Yeah, I'm getting more black blueberry type stuff.
It tastes like bramble fruit.
Brambleberry.
Yeah,
The old brambleberry.
I mean, I'm getting a lot of bramble
and there's
fruit.
some chocolate in there for me too. And I think that chocolate is coming from the tannins onto the from hitting the tannins hitting at the front and moving to the fruit.
Okay. Let's see if I can find that.
But man,
Man, when you go back for that second, what do we call that? You know, that second whip
Nose, yeah.
after you palate, just gets deeper into that fruit. Layers of cherries now, not just like one type of cherry, like red cherries stacked on figs, stacked on Rainiers, like just cherries.
this is a wine that you are craving.
Well, our producer came in.
You are craving a big hunk of prime rib. Oh no!
I would love like a 2-inch thick.
This is Texas brisket.
Brisket's pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is screaming for beef, and beef's big biz in Australia. And
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is.
Man, this is I like this wine.
This is really nice. But you know the thing is, I also like it just for a drinking wine. I think this is a nice.
I don't know that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I can drink any wine.
I want to have a belly full of food.
But I want to have something to eat with this.
The tannins do make me want some food.
I mean, I'm chewing, just working on tannins in my mouth.
Yeah, the second sip really hits. I guess that's.
Honestly, you guys want to know what I think would go great
French
with
toast in there. It's
bread and butter, just like toasted baguette French
steak roll with some European butter on this thing, just to get that oily slickness in your mouth, you know.
A little bit of the sweet starch to just join that fruit, and it would actually help get your amylase going.
I mean, that's a good way to start, but I would want some fatty meat with this.
Yeah,
I would want some thick.
This is a beef.
I want some saturated fats.
This is a beef wine. This is a good wine with a big beef dinner.
You know what?
It's
really good with this.
Big fruit.
Oxtail, like a thick, fatty oxtail.
It's out there.
steak.
I mean, you're gonna challenge some palates with that.
I don't understand why oxtail is so challenging because it tastes like beef. It is beef. It's just different.
So, the barbecue we're planning, the cookout we're planning, I've already told you guys I'm doing.
Are we gonna live stream the barbecue?
We might, but I've already told you that I'm doing a brisket, and I know you're bringing wine, or bringing some wine. I'm gonna bring a bottle of this for the brisket. I want to put this up against that brisket.
I think it would pass nicely with like just that, even those cooked cornices, burnt ends. I can just.
Yeah, the burnt ends will be good, but I'm thinking just a good slab slice that has the fat layer on top. Get into that, and that's gonna, man, this wine is gonna just blow up and shine.
Yeah, that's really that mix where you get that fattiness. I think it's just really what we're talking about. Whether it's butter, whether it's beef fat.
You know what would be really good with this though, outside of just meat, if we're gonna go for like dessert, possibly, I might have this with a dessert if I did like a panna cotta. I did a panna cotta with I used to do like a strawberry rhubarb one, so I would have that kind of citric fruit, a little bit of bitter from the rhubarb. Something like that where I got a little bit of fruit flavor in it, with mostly that heavy like custard yogurt kind of, or not even yogurt, just the custardy kind of flavor. I think it would go well.
Yeah, that's got to be a big dessert to stand up to that wine.
You could do it. You just have to you gotta have a hearty enough milk and cream for the base for it, and you get that nice thick fat going.
Maybe we found Josh's cookout dish.
You guys ever had like that total side? But I was gonna say like maybe like the butteriness of just like a really buttery cobbler with that crust would kind of get you into it after dinner. And I'm not saying you're gonna be like.
If it's like
I'm not saying you're gonna like a cobbler wine. I'm just saying
it's like a blackberry or cherry cobbler.
Yeah, just biting through it.
If you did a blackberry cobbler with real fruit without making it too sweet, but did that like rich butter, and went for the rich and the crispy on the top, I think that would be delicious with this.
Yeah, I think that's. Again, we're just talking about really how to not mask the tannins, but how to like tie them down, how to bring them into your palate. And that's a very personal thing, I think, for a lot of people.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
and it's almost a quest with each wine. That's definitely something. You know, these guys are foodies. I'm gonna be honest. You know, I love it too. I'm the guy always bringing it up.
Yeah, as Goat and the other guy brought up, I'm a fat guy because
he tried the road snap 3 times. Take that, Goat.
I like food. Okay.
For everyone watching this, trolls are a thing,
and they get dealt with.
They do get dealt with. But what I was gonna say is like the way I view food pairings.
We like Rob.
The way I view food pairings and everything, it's kind of like when you're a kid at the playground and you're trying to find someone to play with. Like, you know that Johnny likes to play dodgeball. You know that Susan likes to climb on like the jungle gym.
Yeah.
If you're feeling the jungle gym,
don't play dodgeball.
Go play with Susan.
I I'm not so sure that's the right.
I don't know. I'm throwing a couple dodgeballs at the jungle gym in my past.
I'm not sure. I'm not so sure that's the right metaphor.
With wine and foods, like, you can kind of sense that it's headed towards one way. You can, to start into that world, you can kind of head that way.
So I think what Josh is getting, there's easy pairings, but why not challenge a wine a little bit? See, what all can I do with this wine? And that's where it's going to inspire your culinary. We talk about pairing wine with dinner. We talk about having some wine after supper. But there is such a thing as just sort of gaining your palate before you start cooking. And we're not talking full glass, just a little splash sometimes. The aromas, just really get into a wine. Love every part of it. The color,
That's true.
the smell, the taste. Explore it all before you decide, oh, this wine's not for me. Because maybe it's not for you right now or in some certain setting. I could tell you guys, I probably won't finish this glass, but I think this wine is phenomenal. So you gotta just really figure out what wines you like, what varieties you like, but then how to make a wine really work for you.
So I also want to say too, for Australian wines, they're known for, they've got their friends next door doing the Sauvignon Blancs in New Zealand. But they also are known for their Sauvignon Blancs. They're known for Shiraz, obviously. Shiraz is the Australian name for Syrah. But they are making a name for themselves in Cab also. And there are several wineries out there that are doing the whole spectrum. And this Cab may not be 100% Cab. I don't even think it lists on the bottle. Most of them don't. But they'll do a nice blend of a lot of their red grapes, predominantly Cab. If they want it to be a Cab, if they want it to be Shiraz, whatever. But they're making quality wines across the board from Australia. It's not like, they're over there and they're just doing Yellowtail.
So I was gonna say, there's a difference.
Even Yellowtail's quality for a mass-produced.
Yellowtail is amazing.
Australia, it seems like Australia wines got big, and then there became this attack on bin wines. Wine shipped in bin with oak chips, then just sent to America for bottling.
Yeah, there was one major winery that did that. We're not going to get into that, but that's where you're talking about the attack on. And they would do bin 57 and bin 41 and blah, blah, blah,
Whereas
blah, blah.
this is a bottled, fermented, blended, bottled at the winery, shipped as it's packaged.
Yeah, and you get, you have some of one of my favorite wineries in the world is Molly Duker, which is out of Australia.
We had that.
And Molly Duker does a fantastic Cab, Blue Eyed Boy. And this thing, it is great. It's a little pricey. It's in the $50, $60 range retail.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it. It really is. Of course, they're really known for their Shiraz, but they have some really good Cabs. They have a really great Merlot that is restaurant quality, poured by the glass.
Australia's got a very interesting terroir. I mean, if you were able to host 9 out of the top 10 deadliest fill in the blank on your continent, you can probably grow some damn good grapes.
Well,
It comes with the difficulty not dying.
and a lot of people don't think of mountainous regions or hilly regions in Australia because they're thinking desert and this and that.
The outback and that one big rock, right?
That's right.
Yeah, rock.
What's the one big flat rock that everyone is right there? That is Australia.
But the McLaren Vale is fantastic for wine, and they're growing all sorts of varieties. So it's good stuff. And I think that I know the office will be carrying more Australian wines. I'm trying to put this
I'll tell you what.
Josh's.
That's fine. You can put it.
I think the office is about to the point where we can start bringing in Molly Dukers.
So I would say good job, folks. The customers are looking for better and better wines. They're taking this voyage with us. We're going on the journey. We started with $12 and $13 bottles. Same customers come back. Hey, what
This one's
else you got?
this one's
What
a
else you
16
got?
right now. But
16,
but we're getting, like you said, we're getting those customers that want to explore even higher end than what we normally carry stuff. And when we get it, we quickly sell out of it.
Yeah.
So that
If you
white
see it,
peanut,
you
that
like
white
it,
peanut,
you buy it.
There's
that last
that is
roll.
definitely the thing to remember.
There's a
That
wonderful
white-
line.
that white peanut we had last week, it is currently out of stock. I've got to reorder it. If we can get it, I hope we can. We'll have it on the shelf.
I tell you what, I was preaching the gospel of that stuff.
It
Yep.
was neat stuff. It was really neat.
So if we do live stream this cookout, you guys will probably demand some wines that Rob may have to get in here. 'Cause
Yeah, Josh went ahead and pre-ordered a Chateauneuf de Pop and a Amarone.
which
Price points on those are definitely
not what you're used to
not
seeing.
not what our
I'm looking forward to it.
shelf prices are.
Oh, I mean, the other day, one of those distributors showed me a bottle that we're nowhere near yet pricing out. He's like, I just need to show your guy this. I was blown away at the textures in this. I'm just so excited to know that there's more to look forward to as I continue to taste more wines.
And if we have the customers that want the higher end stuff, we'll happily order and bring in the higher end
so
stuff.
it's there. We can get it.
We are approaching that.
It's a rabbit hole. Once you start going down the rabbit hole, you want to see how deep it goes. Next thing you know, there's people wearing card outfits, painting roses.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
I can definitely bring in the
who
$200-300
even knows what a
wines, but I don't.
Jabberwocky is?
But I don't want to have them sitting on my shelf.
No. So it's tough to stock. We can get it. It's that balance. So
I mean, I can I can bring in Opus One. I can bring in Velvet Glove from Molly Duker. I can
I've
bring
seen
in,
what it looks like underneath this place, and I can put a cellar in for Rob. if he needs me.
So get ordering, folks. This is what we're saying. Anyways, I don't know. I don't want to belabor the point, but all these wines that we're tasting, you can get in here and you can try these. That's
Everything we taste on the podcast, you can always get in here every day, all day.
Well, the beers don't say every day because we do a quick rotation on the beers.
At the moment that we're doing the
That's right.
podcast,
That's
you can get the beer.
within a week or two. So anyway, I think that's a good place to start wrapping this up. I think we're losing Nick.
Yeah, I'm the opener guy.
So yeah, he does have to open again tomorrow. He opened this morning, so he's making the sacrifice for you guys.
That's right.
It's-
Yeah.
It's been awesome hanging out
So
with you guys.
let's review real quick. Catawba Fest beer for my palate cleanser, really good, $2.75. Culture Crush.
I despise this beer. I do love the brewery though. Don't like this beer. It's just my taste. It's a well-made beer. It's a good beer. I just don't like it.
I'm still gonna hashtag Wrightsville Beach Brewery on that one. They might kick my butt. I don't know. We'll find out.
No, it's a very good beer. It's just not my beer.
So the beer, we have the not a double IPA from PS. It's a double IPA from Appalachian Brewing Company. Look, I'm almost pointing at it.
It's a good, actually
Good
double IPA.
$2.75. We're going to.
I'm gonna give it like a thumbs up and a thumbs sideways because that's the way I'm gonna look when I finish it.
All right. I actually do like that one a lot. I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up. I don't know if I did.
But it's a really
express that
solid
taste.
taste. The French toast beer.
French toast. I keep going back and forth. I'm going to give both of them a 2 thumbs up.
Both
For
of them
different
double
reasons.
thumbs up. They
For
nailed
different reasons.
Yeah.
Both of the breweries nailed
I mean,
French toast.
Yeah.
The nose, the price point, even the flavor profile on the Yad toast from Gizmo, excellent. The Wicked Weed is a stout. It's an imperial stout. It's a different beer, even though it's French toast.
There's a wholesomeness to the flavor.
But it's got
that
a
you
great,
can't. There's a
great taste to it.
wholesomeness to the flavor that you can't get in a brown ale.
Exactly.
You can only get in a stout.
You got to have that fullness. You
For
gotta have
the
that
brown
body.
ale being a brown ale and the stout being a stout, they're pretty much tied.
So
So they're both
2 on
awesome.
me.
Sorry guys, Belch Factor. I don't know which one that was, but Belch Factor reported.
I
was a fan of the stout.
Neither one of us have burped yet.
I know, right?
That is.
I was a fan of the stout.
I
The
thought it was
I was deadpan. I was gone. No. The brown ale was nice. I think for those folks who like something really sweet, malty, candy, like that's gonna hit. For the guy who's like, I'll try flavored beer. Go with the stout. It's gonna be a bigger, bolder beer. You're gonna enjoy that.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. So that brings us to the wine tonight. The M
Double thumbs up.
WC Cab
I like it.
a lot. Australia?
Yeah.
I'm going to give it a double thumbs up also.
Ooh. Apparently it double thumbs up me. 'Cause, woo, bushed. It's a super fruity, nice acidity, great tannins. Good one.
All right, excellent. So that's
Is it
episode.
good enough that you smack a wallaby?
Schmack and wallaby, Shay.
All right, so that's episode 20. Nick, there's something you're supposed to say right now.
Like it.
Comment.
Subscribe and comment, but not like that. Be nice.
All right, so we'll see you guys next week for episode 21.
Don't be a troll. You go in the troll hole if you beat a troll.
All right,
That's
good
right.
night, everybody.